Gentlemen, welcome back to the luxurious Brook Street Resort, home to all things romantic. As you know, sadly, we've already lost Wordsworth and Keats. There are just 6 of you left to woo Roxanne. But the good news is, you've got mail. Roxanne has left a hint to the group about the next lesson and task. So let's see what she has to say. Mine honor is my life, both grow in one. Take honor from me, and my life is done. That's William Shakespeare from Richard II. I think what the bard might be trying to say is that honor and life are one, are indistinguishable one from the other. Please keep this in mind for today's lesson and follow me. Gentlemen, I'd like to introduce you to Paul Simon, who's a fencing master at the Excalibur Club at the University of Ottawa. Paul is going to show you how gentlemen would have dueled in the 17th century. So Paul, do with them what you will.
Thank you. Welcome guys to Excalibur Fencing Club. We're going to be doing a little bit of dueling today. You're going to have to defend yourselves honorably. Any questions? Well, let's get you suited up and we'll start. Why are you looking at AMC? Let's get started. Stop, extend, and thrust. Okay, nice, good. Even in the 17th century, that would have done some damage. Okay, red, extend, and lunge.
Gentlemen, you'll now break off into pairs for a mock duel. But what is any duel without a lady to fight for? So I'd like to introduce Roxanne.
My lady.
I'm sure she'll be curious to see how you perform.
Guys, we're going to start. It's going to be best out of 3. First person to get 2 hits will be the winner. Allez. Add. 1 for gold. En garde.
It was a little weird, to tell you the truth. I mean, they brought in the girls, and there was 4 of them, and you could see all the guys just kind of, you know, step aside themselves there for a second and take another look around and reassess the situation and say, you know, she's sitting here watching.
Allez. Winner, purple.
I think that you put a bunch of guys together and you tell them, you know, you're going to fight or you're going to simulate a fight. That will get things going to begin with. Add a few women into the mix and things are only going to escalate.
Did you feel a connection with any particular fencer?
No, you know, I think that honestly, I was so blown away by the situation and just really trying to drink it all in that that really looking at anybody individually sort of fell by the wayside. I was looking at them as a collective.
Gentlemen, I hope your fencing lesson has inspired you to think about strength of character, valor, and what is worth fighting for. Today's lesson is to think about what honor means to you and a time in your life when it was threatened. You'll have 30 minutes to write about that, and Roxanne will review it. Remember that the pen is mightier than the sword, so on guard.
We can put this in any kind of structure that we want. We can write out any...
You can do it as a letter. You can title it as a little mini chapter or piece, sort of a set piece on honor.
Okay, but we can just word it any way we like. Just go.
It can rhyme, it cannot.
How do you spell honor?
In Canada,
Yes.
H-O-N-O-U-R. In the States, no U.
It's like color and favorite.
That's right. Are you American or Canadian?
I was spelling with an E at the end. I don't know why.
Maybe French. Honor. Yeah. And time's up, gentlemen. I'll collect your letters, and I promise on my honor to deliver them to Roxanne. Mr. Byron.
I'm signing my name.
Yeah, it's a very long name.
No, I'll give him a couple extra seconds to finish.
There you go.
Okay. Thank you very much. Hello, fair lady. I have another delivery for you.
Thank you.
6 gentlemen poured out their hearts.
Excellent. This one is from Byron.
Honor is to look over the accomplishments I have done. Honor is to love the woman that I have won.
I could keep going for a very long time, but alas, I have run out of rhymes.
Very well done.
Very well
Hardly
done.
a syllable missed.
My goodness, no. Wow, it all rhymes.
The old noble rules of honor may have lost meaning for us, but now that I think of it, I do hold on to a personal sense of honor. After reflecting on any difficult incident, I get a feeling that tells me whether I acted in the best or truest way possible.
Bold, honest, strong, passionate, and wise is what I strive to be.
Hemingway.
Hemingway.
Sounds like him.
It does sound like him.
Integrity and honor lead to the giving nature that supports a relationship. They are traits that support the flexibility that is required in a relationship. There is no gentleman who does not have honor.
And I like what he said about, integrity is best shown in other ways than lifting a foil. Like, it's not about your physical prowess. It's about your heart and how you treat other people.
I feel as though honor is not necessarily at stake every day, but we encounter instances in where we can dishonor another. I do not pay a tremendous attention to it, just as I don't to breathing.
Honor my family, honor myself, honor my friends, honor every living thing. Life is short. My definite honor, maybe, is not. Peace out, yo. Tolstoy. Wow.
A little change of tone there at the end. However.
Yo, homie. What up?
Honor is staying and helping your family when they need you, especially if you can't afford to do so.
Honor is an ideal worth fighting for and its own reward in life. Elliot.
Honor hits you square in the middle of the chest. And if you got it, you feel it spread warmly across your shoulders until it impacts everything you do.
It was only after, as I gazed upon you and felt our eyes meet beneath the shadow of our masks, that I understood that's how you feel it too. Faulkner. Well, that's intriguing. I wonder how he would know that our eyes met beneath the shadow of the masks, because there were 4 women standing there and any one of them could have been me.
So have you made your choice?
I have.
Let the lucky man know. I'm sure he's waiting.
Right. There you are.
I'm getting to that point where I know I'm attracted to her about some things that I've discovered. And so it's that point in sort of the courtship process where something sort of hits you and then at that point you kind of lose your cool.
I am starting to get a sense of who it might be, but that said, there are 2 or 3 people who sort of intrigue me.
Gentlemen, Roxanne has again made her decision and chosen the candidate for the 3rd task reward. Again, that person will have a private meeting with her in which he can ask 1 question. And the winner is Mr. Tennyson. answer.
Thanks.
Dear Tennyson, my sense is that you have some 17th century karma coursing through your veins. Roxanne.
Hey, that's kind of neat. I was a bit surprised because now the guys are talking a lot, eh? So we have an idea who's writing what, or at least an indication. I don't know if they're playing poker and they're not saying, but things went positively earlier in the day and I really enjoyed the fencing. So I think unlike the singing, that enjoyment translated into the note I wrote her.
The Honourable Mr. Tennyson will now ask his question.
Hi Roxanne, it'll be fantastic to finally hear your voice. I just wanted to know what you've been up to this summer, what you do for fun.
Well, I love the summer, and one thing I really like is to sort of bask in the heat and glow of the summer, so I spend a lot of time at the beach. The biggest thing I like to do is hang out with my friends and sit on patios, just share good conversation, go to live concerts. Other than that, I'm afraid I've been busy working. It's a good question, though.
Hi, that was a good answer.
Okay.
Thanks, have a great day.
You too.
Actually, I was smiling because we have a bit in common. She was hanging out at the beach this summer. I've been playing beach volleyball 2-3 times a week at a minimum. I play at a few different places.
I thought that was a very smart question because in asking me what I like to do in the summertime, you know, I end up listing all of my interests, or not all of my interests, but quite a lot of my interests. So I think that Tennyson ended up with a lot more information than some of the other suitors have.
Not all love letters have been inspired by amorous thoughts or noble intentions. Some respond to incidents of betrayal or reenact fits of jealousy. Russian writer Alexander Pushkin was known for his jealous nature, especially when it came to his wife, Natalia.
Yesterday, I received both your letters, dear heart. I thank you. But I must read the riot act to you a little. You seem only to think now of flirting. But look here, it is not the fashion anymore and is considered as the mark of bad bringing up.
Natalia was much admired at the court of Tsar Nicholas I. Pushkin was not. He felt his lowly court appointment was merely a formality to allow Natalia to attend court balls. Pushkin could not abide rumors of Natalia's alleged dalliances, his own indiscretions notwithstanding.
And now, my angel, I kiss you, as if nothing had happened. Have a good time, little wife, but do not overdo it. And my angel, please, please do not flirt outrageously. If I find on my return that your dear, simple, aristocratic tone is changed, I shall get a divorce and become a soldier out of grief.
During his lifetime, Pushkin fell out of favor with the Russian aristocracy, but he's now heralded as one of Russia's finest and most influential writers. History tells us that matters of fidelity have tested the most ardent of lovers. Times may have changed, but human nature has not. And a letter is a good way to challenge a betrayal of the heart. So here are a few do's and don'ts. Do be strong and clear in your stand. Do be dignified in your approach. Don't run from the truth, and don't back down. Gentlemen, as you suspect, it's time for the final note. You'll have 5 minutes to convince Roxanne that you deserve to stay on and continue courting her. Despite your best efforts, one of you will be eliminated today and will have to leave the Brook Street Resort. So take your time and use it wisely. Convince her that you should not be dishonorably discharged.
Hello.
Time's up, gentlemen. Pens down. I'll collect the letters. Hi, Roxanne.
Hi.
I'm here with the last word.
Thank you. Hey Roxanne, it was great seeing you yesterday. The red of my band mirrored the burning intensity of my soul.
Oh God, I hope we don't have to read that to the camera. It would be great to be able to interact with you, i.e. be in the same room again with you in the future.
Elliot.
His soul is burning with intensity. My God.
Wow.
It's an invitation if I ever heard one.
Hi Roxanne, just to dispel possible rumors, I did call out my real pen name at fencing today.
So I should tell you something about myself. I'm a self-employed stonemason. Music is also big in my life. I'm a pianist. I used to sing and play more rock-type tunes, but now I'm more into classical. My favorite composer for solo piano is probably Ravel. Damien Rice reminded me of David Gray a bit. My favorite voice is David Bowie.
Hemingway. David Bowie fan, good to know.
Hi Roxanne, it was great hearing from you. I was amazed we have a lot in quotations in common, except I have not done a lot of shopping this summer, even though I need to.
It was great hearing your voice, and I look forward to the next step. Tennyson. Interesting.
Now it's time to give you a little more of myself. I am a local boy who went away to school for a long while. I have just recently returned to the city to resume my professional career and get reacquainted with the area. Part of where that takes me is up to you. I'm looking forward to the journey.
What do you think about the fact that he mentioned that he's returned to the city for his career, but not mentioned what that career was by comparison to Hemingway?
You know, I think it's still kind of nice to have a bit of the mystery because it makes me sort of want a bit more from him.
Seduction is slower.
That's right. That's right.
I have no idea what to say. I have not done as well as the rest. But if you toss me out at this stage, you'll be throwing out the best.
No more will I say, there's no time here. But if I go, I can surely say I'm going for a beer. This is really typical of Byron, I find. In his letters, he's been a little bit self-deprecating, and here again he says, I have not done as well as the rest. And it's starting to be a pattern at this point. It's interesting to see that.
One man, 18 floors, and a window. The sky is the most beautiful blue in the summertime. The clouds slowly creep in from the horizon, little puffs of pillow for the birds to rest upon. Birds don't rest on clouds, but if you look quickly, glance away, it almost looks as though they are. Words rest on paper. Which ones, in what combination, work to get your attention, that I do not yet know.
5 minutes are up, now I have to go. Tolstoy.
Totally different approach.
Totally different. I really like it. It's, I don't know, there's something very creative about the way he writes.
I appreciate his uniqueness. So unfortunately, this is that moment that you've come to loathe, where you have to say goodbye to someone and write a Dear John letter. Have you made a decision?
I have. I think the style I've been finding the least appealing has been more toward the comedic side of things.
The shock of having Keats voted off, I think all bets are off in terms of that. So I'm not being arrogant about my survivability here.
I'm still sticking to rhyming schemes. I don't know why. I want to write a letter, a real letter, but every time I try and do that, it just doesn't work out, and I always end up going back to the rhyming schemes. But this was a little different. It was a little different. There wasn't any substance to it, really. I didn't give her any hints about myself or anything that I do. It was just the last letter asking to stick around, I guess, a little while.
I don't have too much time to proofread them, so I don't really know how it's coming across. Probably very scattered.
I think I was a lot more straightforward in this one than I have been before, because I was concerned that I was being a bit too abstract.
Thank you. Gentlemen, it's increasingly a game of numbers as well as words. And then there were 6. There are 6 mailboxes behind you. 5 of you will receive invitations to continue courting. One of you will receive a Dear John letter. Please retrieve your letters. Go ahead, open your envelopes, please. Dear John, please step forward. Thank you for being such a man of honor. We'll miss you. Goodbye.
Thank you.
Dear John, thank you very much for having taken part in this process. I think it was very brave of you. I'm sorry to have to say goodbye without ever having a chance to have an exchange. Have a beer for me too, will you, Roxanne?
Felt pretty bad. Pretty bad, pretty disappointed. I'd like to see either Tennyson or Faulkner win it. In the end, two really nice guys, really sincere in whatever they do. The guy I would most like to see not win it, I guess, would be Hemingway. He's a little too slick.
Next time on The Letters, rediscovering the art of courtship.
Tip for you.
I have no idea what I'm doing.
I'm starting to struggle a bit with what to write, especially in the final letters, which we've been calling begging letters.
I was really surprised to hear him say he'd never been in love.
It's tense now, it's gonna get more tense.